What if the fix for your rough idle, your random misfires, and that annoying check engine light has been sitting in your garage this whole time? You've probably seen the headlines. This fluid was almost banned in 22 states. Mechanics don't want you to know this. Sounds wild, right? Before you get too excited or too skeptical, let's slow down and actually break down what's true, what's exaggerated, and what's really going on under your hood when your engine starts shaking at a stoplight. Because here's the thing, rough idle and misfires are real problems, they have real causes, and there is a cheap, simple fluid that a lot of people swear by. But the banned in 22 states claim? Why your engine idles rough in the first place? Before talking about any fix, you need to understand why this happens. Modern engines rely on a very precise balance. The right amount of air, the right amount of fuel, and a clean spark all time perfectly. When that balance gets thrown off, your engine doesn't just stumble, it shakes, hesitates, or feels like it's about to stall at idle. The most common culprit is carbon buildup. Over time, tiny deposits form on your intake valves, throttle body, and fuel injectors. This happens naturally from combustion byproducts, and in some engines, from oil vapor recirculating through the intake system. As that buildup grows, it disrupts airflow and messes with how fuel sprays into the cylinder. This isn't something that happens overnight either. It builds up slowly, mile after mile, which is exactly why so many drivers don't notice it until the idle gets bad enough to feel through the steering wheel or the seat. By the time you're actually paying attention to it, the deposits have usually had months, sometimes years to accumulate. And it's not just about comfort. An engine that's struggling to idle smoothly is also working harder than it needs to just to keep running. That extra strain can quietly affect fuel efficiency and put more stress on other components over time. When fuel doesn't spray evenly or air doesn't flow smoothly, combustion becomes inconsistent. One cylinder might fire perfectly while another fires late, or not at all. That's a misfire. And when it happens at low RPM, you feel it as that rough, shaky idle. The tricky part is that these symptoms can feel random. Your engine might idle fine one morning and rough the next, especially as temperature and humidity shift how deposits behave. But underneath that inconsistency, there's almost always a mechanical reason, and it usually traces back to the same root cause: buildup interfering with airflow and fuel delivery. If carbon buildup is genuinely the cause, cleaning the throttle body alone can sometimes produce a noticeable improvement almost immediately, since you're directly restoring proper airflow. Deeper buildup on intake valves and injectors, though, usually takes longer to fully clear, especially if you're using a fuel system cleaner that works gradually as you drive. The cheap fluid everyone's talking about. So where does the $1 fluid fit in? A lot of experienced DIYers and mechanics point to something simple: alcohol-based cleaners, most commonly isopropyl alcohol or dedicated throttle body and intake cleaners. These are inexpensive, widely available, and specifically designed to dissolve the kind of grimy carbon and varnish buildup that clogs your throttle body and intake tract. The idea is straightforward. You apply the cleaner directly to the throttle body, intake components, or in some cases add a small amount to the fuel system, and it works to break down deposits that have built up over months or years of normal driving. Once that gunk is cleared away, air can flow the way it's supposed to, fuel can atomize properly, and the engine can fire evenly across all cylinders again. What makes this approach so appealing is how low the barrier is. You don't need special tools, you don't need to pull anything apart, and you don't need to be a trained mechanic to apply it. That accessibility is a big part of why this trick has stuck around for so long. It's something almost anyone can try in their own driveway. It also helps explain why the $1 fluid framing catches people's attention in the first place. Compared to a shop visit, a sensor replacement, or a new part, a small bottle of cleaner feels almost too simple to actually work. But the effectiveness isn't about the price tag. It's about what the solvent is chemically capable of breaking down. This isn't some secret formula, it's basic chemistry. Alcohol and specialized solvents are effective at cutting through the sticky residue that forms inside your engine's intake system. That's exactly why cleaners built around these ingredients have been sold in auto parts stores for decades. Mechanics have relied on this same basic principle for just as long, using alcohol-based cleaners as one of the first, most practical steps when carbon buildup is suspected. It's not flashy, and it's not a hidden trick. It's just a proven method that continues to work because the chemistry behind it hasn't changed. That means patience matters. A single tank of fuel cleaner isn't always going to undo buildup that took months or years to form. Consistent use over time, combined with a clean throttle body, tends to produce the most noticeable and lasting results. Why this actually makes a difference. Here's why this simple step can have such a noticeable effect. Your throttle body controls exactly how much air enters your engine at idle. Even a thin layer of carbon buildup around the throttle plate can throw off that airflow just enough to cause a rough, uneven idle. Clean that surface and the engine can finally breathe the way the manufacturer intended. This matters because your engine's computer is constantly making tiny adjustments based on how much air it thinks is coming in. When carbon buildup changes that airflow without the computer knowing, it throws off those calculations. The engine ends up compensating for a problem it can't actually see, which only adds to the unevenness you feel at idle. Same goes for your intake valves and injectors. When they're coated in deposits, fuel doesn't spray in a clean, consistent pattern. It dribbles, pools, or sprays unevenly. That directly leads to incomplete combustion, which is one of the most common causes of misfires. Incomplete combustion doesn't just feel rough, it's also wasteful. Fuel that doesn't burn properly isn't contributing power to the engine, which is part of why a car with buildup issues can start to feel sluggish or less responsive, even before a check engine light ever comes on. By clearing that buildup, you're not masking the problem. You're addressing the actual root cause. That's why this cheap fluid trick keeps getting talked about. Because when the issue really is carbon buildup, cleaning it out can make a genuine, noticeable difference. If you cleared a check engine light or misfire code before starting this process, keep an eye on whether it stays off over the following week or two of normal driving. A code that doesn't return is one of the clearest signs the underlying issue has actually been addressed. On the other hand, if you're several tanks in and genuinely not noticing any change at all, that's useful information too. It likely means carbon buildup wasn't the main issue, and it's a good signal to look elsewhere, rather than continuing to rely on cleaner alone. Either way, tracking these small details gives you a much clearer picture than just waiting to see if the problem magically disappears overnight. Now let's talk about that banned in 22 states claim. This is where we need to hit pause and be honest with you. There is no verifiable record of any cleaning fluid, alcohol additive, or throttle body cleaner being banned in 22 states. Claims like this show up a lot in online videos and articles because they're designed to grab attention. And they work, but a catchy claim isn't the same as a documented fact. It's worth asking yourself why a claim like this spreads so easily in the first place. A specific number like 22 states sounds official. It sounds like it came from somewhere credible. But specificity isn't the same as evidence, and no source, agency, or regulation is ever cited alongside these claims, because there isn't one to point to. What is true is that some fuel additives and aftermarket products have faced scrutiny over the years for emissions compliance or specific chemical concerns. Regulations around fuel additives do exist, and they vary depending on the product in the state. But that's very different from an entire category of cleaning fluid being outlawed across nearly half the country. If a basic alcohol-based cleaner were genuinely banned across 22 states, it wouldn't still be sitting on shelves in auto parts stores nationwide. It's also worth noticing whether that slight hesitation off the line starts to fade. As injectors and valves get cleaner, fuel delivery becomes more consistent, and that response gap between pressing the gas and the engine reacting should start to shrink. Fuel efficiency is another area worth keeping an eye on. Since incomplete combustion wastes fuel, some drivers notice a small uptick in gas mileage as the engine starts burning fuel more completely again. How to actually use it the safe, smart way. If you're dealing with a rough idle or misfire and you suspect carbon buildup, here's the sensible approach. Start with the throttle body. With the engine off and cool, the throttle plate can be accessed and cleaned using a dedicated throttle body cleaner or isopropyl alcohol on a clean cloth or applicator. Gently wipe away the built-up grime around the edges of the throttle plate, where deposits tend to collect the most. A little patience here goes a long way. Let the cleaner sit on the grime for a moment before wiping, rather than scrubbing right away. This gives the solvent time to actually break down the buildup instead of just smearing it around the throttle plate. For deeper intake or injector cleaning, many people use a fuel system cleaner added directly to the gas tank, formulated specifically for this purpose. These products are designed to travel through the fuel system and help break down deposits on injectors and valves over the course of normal driving. It's also worth checking your owner's manual or the product label for anything specific to your engine. Some vehicles have particular guidelines around fuel additives, and confirming compatibility beforehand just adds an extra layer of safety to the process. The key word here is designed. Using a product actually formulated for engine cleaning is very different from randomly pouring something into your fuel tank. Sticking with purpose-built cleaners keeps this simple fix safe and effective. Timing matters too. Doing this kind of cleaning as part of routine maintenance, rather than only after symptoms show up, can help prevent buildup from reaching the point where it starts affecting your idle in the first place. A little consistency now can save you a rougher fix later. It also helps to pay attention to how your engine feels over the following days and weeks, rather than expecting an instant transformation. Idle quality, throttle response, and overall smoothness are the things to watch. Small improvements in these areas are usually a sign the cleaning is doing its job. Pay attention to how the engine settles at a red light or in park. A steadily improving idle, even if it's gradual, is a good sign that the buildup is breaking down and airflow is normalizing. When this fix won't be enough. Now, to keep things honest, this cheap fluid trick isn't a miracle cure for every rough idle or misfire. If your misfire is caused by a failing ignition coil, worn spark plugs, a vacuum leak, or a faulty sensor, no amount of cleaner is going to fix that. Carbon buildup is a common cause, but it's not the only cause. If cleaning your throttle body and intake doesn't resolve the issue, that's usually a sign the problem lies elsewhere in the ignition or sensor system, and it's worth getting a proper diagnostic check. That said, because this fix is so inexpensive and low risk, it's often one of the first things worth trying before spending money on bigger repairs. A rough idle caused by buildup tends to show a specific pattern. It's usually most noticeable when the engine is idling at a stop or right after starting, and it often smooths out somewhat once you're driving and the engine is under load. That's a helpful clue because buildup-related issues are typically worse at low RPM, where airflow and fuel delivery are more sensitive to any disruption. You might also notice a slight hesitation when you press the gas from a stop, almost like the engine is thinking about it before responding. That hesitation often comes from the same airflow inconsistency caused by a dirty throttle body. If your check engine light has come on, it's worth getting the code read before doing anything else. Misfire codes in particular can help confirm whether the issue is spread across multiple cylinders, which often points toward a broader buildup issue, or isolated to just one, which might suggest a different cause entirely, like a single bad spark plug or coil. You might also notice the roughness is more pronounced in the first few minutes after starting the engine, especially on colder mornings. That's often because fuel doesn't atomize as easily at lower temperatures, so any existing buildup has an even bigger impact on how evenly the engine fires. Some drivers also notice the idle becoming a little unsteady when the air conditioning or other accessories kick on, since these add a slight extra load right at the moment the engine is already working with restricted airflow. So, does a $1 fluid really have the power to kill rough idle and misfires? When the root cause is carbon buildup in your throttle body or intake? Yes, cleaning it out with a simple alcohol-based cleaner can genuinely make a difference, and it's one of the cheapest, most accessible fixes in basic car maintenance. But the idea that this fluid was ever banned in 22 states? That's the kind of dramatic claim that grabs clicks, not something backed by real evidence. The real story here isn't about secrecy or bans. It's about basic chemistry and mechanical maintenance that's been hiding in plain sight the whole time. Next time your engine shakes at idle or stumbles under light acceleration, don't panic and don't assume the worst. Sometimes the fix really is that simple and that cheap. If this helped you understand what's really going on with your engine, do us a favor and hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe, then tap that bell icon so you don't miss the next video.